Hello YouTube, Gaming Goddess here with a review on Eternal Poison, also known as Poison Pink in Japan for the PlayStation 2. This is a turn-based tactical RPG with a dark goth fantasy style to it. The game's story is told from the perspective of 5 playable parties as they journey through the realm of Bezic to battle and capture demons known as the Majin. Just based on this game's cover art and description, I thought it would be an interesting game to check out, so let's get into the review. This is a turn-based RPG and is played similar to Final Fantasy Tactics in my opinion. The player is given the option to go through a tutorial on the battle system during the prologue of the game. Afterwards, the player can then choose which story he or she wants to follow. In all honesty, the gameplay consists of long tedious battles with cool animations that take forever to load and lots of dialogue. We are also given a cool little puzzle game, but it's not that exciting, other than the fact that we can unlock different images to view in the gallery. The player can run around and buy equipment, items, recruit party members, talk to refugees, save their game, and exchange Majin for different things. Once the player is ready to fight, they can leave the town. During the first playthrough of this game, I found that while on the map you can only move in one direction, forward. You cannot go back to level grind any of your characters or to capture more Majin. This makes everything real linear in the game's progression. Again, the battle system is pretty similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. Usually the goal of the game is to defeat all the enemies on the board, and if the main character dies, this will result in a game over. Now before I get ahead of myself, the player can set up their party members on the field before the fight begins. The player and the enemy computer takes turns moving the character on the board. It's a long and tedious process, but it goes much faster when you don't have to wait for every battle animation to load. Once the player wins, the player is then rewarded with money as well as player points. With the gameplay out of the way, let's now take a look at the graphics and audio. This game has a couple of CG cutscenes as well as a visual novel-style conversation between the characters. I love the dark fantasy art style this game has to offer. Now the music on the other hand wasn't the greatest in my opinion. The game's soundtrack was just a little too repetitive for me. This game also offers voice acting, which isn't too bad. I know a couple of the playable characters are voiced by some pretty popular voice actors. With that being said, let's now take a look at the pros and cons. And to be honest, the only real pros I can see in this game are the multiple playable storylines, a good art style, and good voice acting. As for the cons, the battle system is long and tedious. I'd never been a real big fan of the tactical turn-based battle styles. The music is also a little bit lacking in my opinion, not to mention that the battle animation takes quite some time to load. Well, Eternal Poison definitely looked like something I would have been into, especially with its gothic fairy tale story elements. But the overall general gameplay is lacking, and it's not just the battle system that I didn't like. The town is real small, and if it had more places to explore, or at least another town option, then maybe I would have liked it a little bit better. I did find the puzzle minigame feature to be decent. As you complete puzzles, you will unlock different images in the game's gallery. Eternal Poison gets an overall rating of 4 out of 10. If you liked this review, then feel free to leave a like. Also comment below your opinion on this game or any other game that you would like to see me review. This has been a Gaming Goddess review, and remember to keep on gaming.